Hello everyone, my name is Josh, aka the Biscuit Eater, and I want to welcome you all to yet another episode of my long-form Let's Play of The Outer Worlds by Obsidian Games. Now, this is also very likely, barring some really big ifs, the last episode of the series. We are coming down to the final confrontation with the Professor, with Professor Phineas, and, well, let's cue the intro. And we are back. Okay, so let's go ahead. We just got done getting chewed out and talking smack to Phineas, who has decided to set this guy against us. Now, I could go in and try to fight him, but I know his password, which hopefully will allow me to hack him. So, let's see here. Oh, I have just enough hack skill, or lockpick skill, to get in here.
Teach me that.
Alright, but I don't have enough. Oh, look at those. Oh. That's just lovely. But I don't have the hack skill to get in there, which makes me sad. Oh, no. No. Oh no. No, this is bad. This is very bad, and he's gonna shoot on sight. I thought I had it in the bag. Oh no! Oh no, this is bad. This is very bad. Bad enough that we are very quick going to set ourselves up a save. Hopefully my knowing his password will do something.
Here they come.
Oh, this is bad.
I'll fix you right up.
That's not good. Oh, jeez! You're kidding me. Medbot?
Captain, take cover.
Oh, dear. Why I saved. Why I saved. Okay, so. This is no good. This is no good. I can't use a password. So, okay. There may be somewhere else I can run to. Sealed. Sealed. You're gonna be sealed too, aren't you? Darn. Okay. Maybe. When those doors open, things went to heck. Can I sneak up on him?
Got it. Heads down.
Attack him? Oh, that hurt. Okay.
Been practicing this. How
Okay.
about that?
Run up to him and do as much damage as I possibly can. wish I had some sort of indicator of how much damage he's taken. Okay, I gotta take care of these ads. Okay. That's not what I meant to do, but... What is this? Okay.
On they go. Here we go. I see you now. Anyone else?
Okay, you got him down, got him down, got him down. Wait, that's the last of them? Did we take him down? Ooh. Yeah, dilation healing, I definitely had to use that. But we took him down? Sure looks like it. It said that's the last of them. Oh, there he is. Indeed. Don't know why I'm looting when this is the last major battle. But... habits. Question is, why would you leave the only way to get to you with the thing guarding you? Oh, what's this way? Because I need to go up there, so let's see what's over this way. Oh. Did you watch me from here, buddy? Sealed. Okay. Oh, I bet you with a good enough hacking skill, I could have bypassed that altogether. But I wasn't playing a hacker, I was playing a dumb brute. This may be a very short episode.
Die, you traitor!
Everyone all right?
Oh, I didn't get to get the final attack against him. And... Okay. That's gonna be a short episode.
Thank the law you're here. That madman was out of control. You were right to put him down. He was too far gone to be of any use to us. And what about you? You aren't hurt, I hope.
Hi, Sophia. I didn't know you cared.
Why shouldn't I be interested in the well-being of my finest agent? Not to mention my most valuable investment. You've put down the worst riot in our history. Rid the colony of a dangerous madman, and saved my life. The board owes you a tremendous debt. We don't have a moment to lose. We're gonna have to work together to save Halcyon, because the situation is far worse than you imagined.
What could possibly worse than the colony collapsing?
What I'm about to tell you must never leave this room, under any circumstances. We've lost all contact with Earth. It's been 3 years since we've received a message. We've had no contact, no signals, nothing. Earth has gone dark. 2 years ago, the Earth Directorate's frigate disappeared en route to Earth. We don't know if they ever made it. We don't know if there's an Earth to go back to.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth was more than just some distant colonial authority, Dr. Fenhill. Earth was our lifeline. And now, we've been cut loose.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
You sound frightened, Miss Holcomb. You should be. Fear sharpens the mind. We're alone, Captain. That's all I know for certain. Whatever happens to this colony, we're going to have to deal with it on our own. Returning to Earth is not an option.
Hold on, I have some questions.
I'll answer however I can.
What do you mean Earth's gone dark? What happened?
I can't say for certain, but all my data suggests that Earth has experienced a massive calamity. I don't know what happened, but something must have gone horribly wrong. I'm not sure there's an Earth to go back to.
Why are you telling me this now?
I couldn't risk this news getting out. Before you, the 2 people in this colony who knew the truth were Chairman Rockwell and I. I had every intention of telling you the truth after you'd skipped the Hope to Tartarus. Unfortunately, Phineas Wells chose that moment to start a riot.
You mentioned a frigate disappearing.
The Earth Directorate's frigate accounts for half of our military forces. 2 years ago, that frigate disappeared while returning to Earth. We haven't heard a word back. Without the Directorate's frigate, our military forces are barely capable of maintaining control over this colony.
You said there haven't been any new messages from Earth?
Not a word. We received our last message 3 years ago. Our every attempt at reaching out to Earth has been met with absolute silence.
I kind of wonder if they're planning for the connection to Earth to a DLC or to a sequel. I don't have any more questions. We've got work to do.
Yes, we do have a long road ahead of us. But I have faith in you. The service you've done for this colony is nothing short of extraordinary. You're the reason I'm still standing here today. The board will survive because of you. And as the board goes, so goes Halcyon. It's time we carried out the program. I trust I can count on your support, Captain.
Gotta do the dumb answer. I don't really care. I'm going to go get Rizzo's Purple Berry Munch.
I don't know what I expected. Well, I suppose I'll just get on with saving the colony then. Enjoy your treat.
Hero of Halcyon, triumphs in Tartarus. Lifetime employment program. What's okay,
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history.
Here we go.
The riots in Tartarus ended in a total victory for the board. Without any significant threats to challenge their power, the board asserted their control over the colony. The lifetime employment program began immediately, and the people of Halcyon did exactly what they were expected to do. They obeyed. Sophia Akande converted the labyrinth from a prison to a processing center. She jettisoned the original colonists out of the Hope and transformed the ship into a massive storage facility. One by one, the workers of Halcyon surrendered themselves to the program. They arrived with their families and their friends, their colleagues and their neighbors, and then, one by one, they marched into their stasis chambers. As the workers of Halcyon slept in their hibernation chambers, their settlements became ghost towns, left behind by the board to be reclaimed by nature. Only Byzantium remained, a shining beacon of civilization in an otherwise abandoned colony. The people of Byzantium spent the rest of their days gorging themselves on their stockpile of resources. As for the workers of Halcyon, they never felt the effects of the collapse. They never felt anything at all. The board's focus on Byzantium closed the door on much of Sanjar's civil liberties movement. As the last few townships withered away, MSI had little room to grow. Ever the savvy businessman, however, Sanjar pivoted and established Stellar Bay as the colony's supplier of luxury seafood. Catering to the elite, MSI was allowed to continue operations as a member of the Halcyon board, and became more successful than Sanjar could ever have dreamed. Bolstered by her status as savior of humanity, Lilia Hagen ushered sublight salvage to a new golden age. Her company grew bolder and more transparent over time, muddying the line between lawful and criminal for the entire colony. The sublight family would thrive for years to come. Edgewater's cannery met its production quota for the first time in 3 years. As a result, the adjutant rewarded every worker in Edgewater with a place in the Lifetime Employment Program. Reed Dobson was granted 25 years in suspended animation. However, a computing error adjusted his duration to 250 years. A trouble ticket to resolve this error remains open. While the groundbreaker remained mechanically stable, the changing times forced Junlei Tennyson to make some difficult calls on behalf of her community. The work of maintaining independence was an uphill climb, and she found herself caving to bad faith compromises with the board. Time will tell if the groundbreaker can endure. As smaller settlements were swallowed up and their workers drafted into the Lifetime Employment Program, Byzantium continued to thrive. While its citizens lived in decadence and extravagance, a small cadre of scientists worked to solve the nutrition crisis that threatened Halcyon. No one else much noticed the townships that disappeared from the map, or the luxuries that slowly lost their luster year by year. Even the Gorgon asteroid, though a distant enigma to most of Halcyon, felt the aftershocks of your actions. Gorgon's restored facilities presented a tantalizing boon to the Lifetime Employment Program. The promise of a more productive, more compliant workforce. It was too good for a Kandé to pass up, especially when Tartarus and the many underperforming townships across Terra 2 offered fodder for additional research. Minnie Ambrose found herself leading the project under Akande's watchful eye. Her organizational acumen kept the project afloat, but just barely. With the specter of failure ever present, she came to appreciate the struggles the late Dr. Ambrose had faced.
Hey, Klutzy.
In spite of everything, the Gorgon asteroid remained a sobering reminder of the potential for progress and disaster in humanity's most ambitious efforts. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. As the board reasserted control over Halcyon, Felix came to realize that his life as an upstart rebel had come to an end. The board's victory crushed any hope for a grand revolution across Halcyon. And so Felix, once again, found himself without a purpose in life. And so with nowhere else left to turn, Felix continued to work for his boss, the only person with whom he'd ever belonged. He turned bitter and jaded over the years, but he always did as he was told. As a reward for his part in her courageous rescue, the adjutant invited the vicar known as Max to become one of the leaders of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. But Max had no interest in serving any organization, let alone the OSI, which he knew would never tolerate his heretical theories. Instead, he attempted to minister to the people of Byzantium. They rejected his ideas, being far too satisfied with their own material comforts. Disillusioned, Max gave up and left the city. He was never heard from again. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed.
Good for her.
As the board began to roll out their lifetime employment program, Parvati was increasingly plagued by dreams of freezing to death and rarely left their shared quarters. Stymied by dwindling resources, Junlei struggled to keep the groundbreaker afloat. Their relationship couldn't survive the
This
strain.
is depressing.
Parvati moved into crew quarters and found work servicing water pumps in hydroponics. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, an MSI subsidiary of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping
Cap.
on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon?
Yep.
Though Minister Clark was eventually released from house arrest, long years of isolation left him a changed man, little suited for bureaucratic work or for the colony that was changing around him.
You didn't even meet him in our playthrough.
He remained in his estate largely by choice, fading from public view. Adjutant Sophia Akande was instrumental in executing the lifetime employment program. While the rest of Byzantium celebrated, Sophia returned to work. She devoted herself to ensuring that Byzantium remained prosperous for many generations to come, and to finding an answer to Earth's silence. With Halcyon's workers suspended in a state of hibernation, starvation and chaos are problems of the past. The Lifetime Employment Program succeeded in its goals, but that success came at a price. The Halcyon of today is nothing at all like the colony of yesteryear. Power remains concentrated in Byzantium, but all the colony's resources serve the lifestyle of the elite, thereby transforming Halcyon into one of the smallest and most exclusive colonies in the system. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? After you rescued her in Tartarus, Sophia Akande offered you any reward you could imagine. Power, wealth, influence. However, you were more interested in the simple pleasures in life, like the smooth, artificially enhanced flavor of a Rizzo's Purple Berry Munch. Rizzo's Purple Berry Munch, the only snack in Halcyon, officially endorsed by the captain of the Unreliable. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
All right. Well, yeah, depressing storylines are what you get for playing a butthead. I would have to agree, Captain. That said, that was a fun playthrough. Difficult and frustrating at times, and definitely took me a lot longer than my first playthrough, but overall I enjoyed it. I would say I prefer this type of storytelling for this type of game. Really happy to know that they're now under the same umbrella as Bethesda, because I honestly think if Microsoft is smart, they'll make sure that those two particular companies, these particular development houses, play together. And, well, or if they do, which I hope they do, that it's with Obsidian calling the shots, because Obsidian tends to do the storytelling and game design a bit better than Bethesda, if you ask me. So, that's, yeah, fun game. Even though a very depressing ending there, I really enjoyed it overall, and I'm really glad that last battle went the way it did, because oh my gosh, that guy was tough without using a gun. Yes, I know I used a gun for like the 3 shots. It was an accident. I clicked the wrong button. But let me know what you thought. Both you folks watching YouTube and you folks here watching on the stream live. It was fun. Yes, and hopefully Microsoft will stop. Well, Microsoft is not well known for their control glitches either, so. But no, hopefully we'll see an improvement of the IP. Not sure if I hope that the Earth question is answered in a DLC or not. I kind of do, but at the same time, not knowing may mean we get a sequel. Because I can see this being a one and done, but a sequel would also be nice. Yeah, this was definitely a fun run, Neon. This was, yeah. Now, so for both the folks on YouTube and the folks watching live, obviously we're not going to play the Outer Worlds next week. I do have plans coming up. Let's see, wait. Cap says, I feel like they may be more sequel territory if they sign off on it. Yeah, it could very well be. I mean, I hope we maybe get some additional... Wait, is that D&D? Okay, yeah, just... Okay, they play D&D 5e. Nice. Let's see, where did I... Where are they going with that? Oh yeah, next steps. Next week, I actually plan on my Wednesday times. I have a number of Japanese horror games translated in English, or they're at least the J-horror style. I don't know if they're actually Japanese or if they're just in that style, but got a couple of them that I'm going to play through. They all seem to be pretty short plays, so I'll probably be able to do 1 or 2 per episode. Yeah, Spoopy Games. Captain sounds like he's really looking forward to seeing me jump. Hopefully none of the... I don't like your random jump scare horror. Like, your FNAFs don't do anything for me. But stuff that's super creepy and makes me just... I love. So that's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, that is going to be the plan for next week. Just going to let this run get the last little bit of... giving credit where credit's due for the folks watching and for the folks who were involved in this. I will say the DLC was probably my favorite storyline of all of them. Just so much detail and just... It was like a condensed version of the rest of the game and the sheer volume of detail it gave. I do plan on playing the other DLC when they come out. Don't know whether or not I'll actually record them and add them to the channel. But that's... Yeah, Cap, it's either 1 or 2. I think it's just 1. When it comes out, I play it. But if it takes another year to come out, obviously I'm not going to hold everything else until then. But... Let's see here. Anything else coming up here? We should be coming up soon. Babies born... There was weddings during it, and now they do babies born during. That's pretty cool. But, yeah, let me know what you think. If you have any ideas for spoopy games for me to play that are, again, less emphasis on jump scares, or at least less emphasis on the loud noise jump scares, and more on being super spoopy, and just, you know, tension and that sort of thing, I totally am open to them. Of course, we don't know how long it's going to be before... I mean, we don't know for certain that Cyberpunk's going to come out on December 15th, like they're saying, or I think it was December 15th. Or was it 17th? I can't remember now. When it does come out, I'm going to go ahead and convert everything over here. Wednesdays will be the primary Cyberpunk day. I'll probably do like a week or 2 of nothing but Cyberpunk just to get the first load of episodes in to go on the channel, and then go back to Control on one day, and then Cyberpunk on the other. Okay. Sounds like we're getting close, unless it goes back into the... Suicide of Rachel Foster is a good game. Tense and spooky, no jump scares. Not sure if I actually have that one. Let's double check. Because if it's relatively affordable, I'll probably pick it up. Oh, we're still going on. No, I definitely don't have it. Let's check to see what the... Probably was cheaper during the Halloween sale, but... Suicide of Rachel... Oh, only $4.49. Definitely pick that up. Mostly positive. Yeah. Let's add that to cart right now and just get that in my library. And working and done. All right. So probably not next week. I want to do the J horror films or J horror games first, but definitely we'll plan on doing that. If not the following week, the week after that. So yay! It's the Gone Home style. It's a Gone Home style game, but somewhat spoopy. I like it. I like it. Gone Home was great. I loved that game. That game made me cry. And Cap, you were the one who suggested that one to me too, so I hope you're happy. Yeah, no, Gone Home, that made me cry. That was a good game that just you're right here. If you haven't played it, folks, watching, definitely encourage you to play Gone Home. I'm not a huge fan of walking simulators unless they have a really solid story. There's not a lot of puzzle solving. It's quite literally just you're exploring an area and unlocking parts of a story and learning through non-sequential environmental storytelling. And it's just you're playing a book, really, is what it comes down to. And just so good. Not sure how much is left of this credit scroll, but I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt and get them shown in the recording. So we'll continue on. Let's see. Some of the other games I'm considering in the near future. There was a point where I was actually thinking about just doing House Flipper just for the for the zen of it, but What Remains of Edith Finch? I think I do have that one. I will double check though. No, I don't have that one either. I'm not gonna pick that one up today because I've done my too much purchasing already. But yeah, no, that's $20 right now. So probably not gonna pick that up at the moment. But I'll put that on my wish list. Is that isometric? Okay, no, it just... Okay, that's weird art style. Oh, okay. It's hard to tell what style this is, because I'm seeing cartoony, I'm seeing comic booky, I'm seeing isometric. Yeah, the $20 is full price for it. It is not on sale. Yeah, the art style on that looks really weird, though. Okay, oh, and it looks like the scroll is done. So we're going to go ahead and end out the YouTube recording. Alright, folks, with that, it's time to close out this particular YouTube video. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope that you had as much fun watching this video as I had in creating it. Of course, if you do like what I'm doing, make sure that you help me out by liking, commenting, and subscribing. You know how it works. Also, if you haven't already, make sure that you click that notification bell. That way you know whenever new videos come up on my channel. As well, if you'd like, you can follow me on some of my other social platforms. I am available on Twitter as Biscuit Eater YT, on Facebook as The Biscuit Eater, and of course, I do stream on Twitch every Monday and Wednesday from 7:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. Pacific Time on twitch.tv/Biscuit Eater. See you there. And finally, you should see popping up pretty soon here a couple of videos you can check out if you're already. Up here you'll find the last video that I uploaded, and over here you'll find a video that YouTube thinks that you'd like to watch. So check them out. Anyways, again, thank you for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and until I see you next time, folks, game on, lovelies.